And in this case, you asked, how do you make it easier to respond? Again, it depends what you're trying to do. But here are a couple common things that we can make easier for people. Other than all of behavioral science, reducing the number of steps, reducing friction, making it like pre-populating forms, all those are making it easier. But how often do you forward something to somebody and say, what do you think? And then there's a whole thread of 17 questions and responses that they have to then read and figure out, what exactly are you asking me? What do I think? I got to read the whole thread to make sense of it. What you are saying is that the time it would have taken me to summarize it for you and ask a question is of more value than the time I am imposing on you to read through the whole thing.
Okay.
And like what I love is when we talk with organizations and teams, instantly they leave that thinking it's disrespectful in a way that they never thought of it before. And so they no longer or FYI. All of that is like, you're shifting responsibility to the person, and they've got a sense make. And if you could turn it into a 20-second response instead of a 7-minute response of sense making, you're saving time. Another is like, let's find a time. And then they're like, okay, well, what about these 6? And then somebody else replies and says, I can do these 2. And then the third person replies and says, I can do Hal's first, but not his second. And at that point, I have no idea what Hal's first and second were. And so like, you always want, if you want the last person to respond, you make it as easy as possible. You say, these times work for all of us. Does it work for you? And then it's this. Those are just like super micro applications. But the idea is, we just like step back. I think I'm done. Everything I want in this is there. Everything I'm required to give you is there. Step back and be like, okay, so now how would I make it easier for you to achieve the goal that I have for this communication?